Hello friends, it's Miss Lee here. I have a great message to share with you. I have got a fever, and I don't mean that I'm feeling sick. It's not that kind of fever. I have book fair fever because book fair is on the way. Probably even as you're watching this video, they're packing up our boxes and getting everything ready to send for all the amazing things that we have here again for our book fair this year. I wanted to share some information with you about the different things you need to know about book fair because some things have changed this year. And so I wanted to take this time to share with you all the tidbits that you need to know about book fair. So here we go. First of all, here's the sort of things that you need to know. These are the facts that you need to know. Book fair runs next Monday, October 13th through Friday, October 17th. So we'll be open next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:45 until 3:30 every day, except on Friday. We always have to close on Friday at about 9 a.m. to get everything packed back up. It's such a sad day when we have to send everything back. But so we're open every day from 7:45 until 3:30. We are going to have some extended shopping time for your parents on Tuesday of that week, which is October 14th. And we'll be open that day until 5:30. So we have sort of an extended shopping day for your parents to be able to come and make purchases with you. So make sure you tell your parents about that, okay? And one thing you need to know is you need to drop off your book bags and check in with your teacher. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that and more in just a minute, but that's if you're shopping with your parents. You're going to need to go drop off your book bags and check in with your teachers. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute when we get to that slide, because we have some new shopping procedures for this year. Methods of payment. We'll take lots of ways for you to pay. We'll take the good, cold, hard cash if you want to bring in cash. We will accept checks from your parents or your grown-ups made out to Bethany School, not to Scholastic Book Fair, but to Bethany School. And we'll also take your debit or credit cards. Your parents do have to be with you to use the debit or the credit card. So you can't just try to take their debit or credit card out and use it here. An adult actually has to be present if you're using a debit or a credit card to make any purchases. Library checkout procedures. Here's a big deal for me. I don't know if you remember from years past, but book fair can be extremely busy, and that's putting it lightly. It's a very busy time for us. And we really need your help with something whenever you're coming in the library to check out books, because our library is still open for checkout just like it always is. We don't close it down during book fair, but we need for you to be a huge part of the pack during book fair. Here's how. When we're having the book fair, if you're up here to shop, that's great. But if you're supposed to be here in the library to check out books, I need you to pretend like the book fair is not even here. You have to pretend like nothing is going on in the library, except you're coming to check out your books by yourself, just like you always do, and making sure that you follow those procedures that we already have in place about how to check books in, find your book, and check books out before you head back to your room. Okay? We really need your help with that because me and Ms. Cochran, we're only 2 people, and we can't do everything by ourselves, and so we really need you to not kind of drift into the book fair. If you're here to check out books, you can't just wander into the book fair. No. If you're here to check out books, you need to get your book and leave. If you're here for the book fair, you need to enjoy the book fair. So you kind of have to separate the 2 things in your mind. Now, one very exciting thing that's a new addition this year is that we are going to pre-sell the newest Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. It's not quite ready yet, though. That's why I said we were going to pre-sell it, because that book is so brand new that they haven't even printed it yet. But it's almost here. The release date for that book is November the 4th. So you have a sneak chance to make this purchase if you would like to buy this book called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. And here's how it works. The book costs $8.99. We will be letting you purchase the book at the book fair. When you purchase the book, though, you won't actually get to take it with you because it's not here yet. What will happen is we'll write your name down on our order form. I'll call the order in at the end of the book fair, and then they'll send us the books, and we'll get them sometime around November 4th, which I will then hand out to you if you participate in this pre-sale. So if you'd like to buy a Diary of a Wimpy Kid the Long Haul, it does cost $8.99 plus sales tax, so you would need to bring that money in. And then I'll be sure to get you your copy once they come in toward the beginning of November. Super excited for us to get the chance to buy that book early before anybody else in the whole entire country. That's pretty fab. All right, so there's what you need to know about some of just the facts. Student and teacher wish list. Just as in the past, your class will come visit for your class visit to make a wish list for you to take home of what you would like to purchase at the book fair. Now, a wish list is just that. It's a wish list. It's a list of books you wish you could have if you were the biggest millionaire in the whole entire world. That doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get everything on your wish list, but it can't hurt to ask with that sweet, adorable, "Oh, Mom and Dad, you're the best ever. Please, could I buy something from the book fair?" So you're going to have to, charm your parents a little bit. You might want to try to work them a little bit before with making some chores done without being asked, or doing your homework before you're told. Use those things to butter your parents up a little bit so that you can, whenever the book fair comes around, you can say, "Oh, I've been so good lately. Please, could I purchase something from the book fair?" And they might just say yes. All right, so please make sure you ask your parents in a nice way. Your teachers will also have a wish list here, so if you'd like to buy something for those awesome people that you spend so much time with every day, you will be able to buy something for them from their wish list, and so you can ask us where that is in the library during the fair. And last, you need to make sure, we talked about this a lot in years past, I think you know this, what do we have to include whenever you're making your book purchases? Does anybody know? Something that goes to the state of North Carolina. It's that North Carolina sales tax. So if your parents ask, do taxes have to be included? The answer is yes, you must include sales tax. All right, moving on. I said earlier that I was going to talk about something new that we were doing on another slide about shopping. Now, previously in the past, you've always been able just to go straight to your room, check in with your teacher, and then everybody in the school came and shopped, and it was super crowded, and it was always kind of overwhelming. The line was always super long, and it was a little overwhelming for me and Miss Cochran trying to work just 2 registers. And we didn't want to interrupt VIP time for everybody from 8:15 to 8:45, since school-wide we have that dedicated time where we can't do anything but VIP stuff. And so this year, instead of being able to shop first thing in the morning, like you have in the past, your teachers have picked a time that your grade level is going to come and shop each day. That doesn't mean you're not going to get to come shop. It's just that everybody in the whole school won't try to be all coming at the same time. And it really will help you because you won't have to wait in line a super long time like you have in the past. So your teachers have selected a time during the day, every day, when you can come shop if you bring money. That doesn't mean that your parents can't come shop with you in the morning. You still can bring your parents in to shop, like if you're a car rider in the morning, but the only people who should come shop at first thing in the morning, from when the bell rings until 8:15 when VIP starts, the only people that should be coming to shop during that time is someone who has their grown-up with them. So if we see a kid in here by themselves, we're going to send them back to the room and ask them to come shop during their class's time that their grade level has selected to come make your purchases. I think it's a really good idea, and I think it's going to cut down on a lot of waiting in line time. So again, the only people who should be shopping in here after the first morning bell until VIP should be people who have who with them? Their grown-ups. It has to be their grown-ups with them if you're going to shop first thing in the morning. Otherwise, I want you to wait until it's your grade level's time, and you can see them here. Kindergarten's from 9:30 to 10, first grade from 9 to 9:30, second grade can come shop between 12:30 and 1, third grade, your time is 1 to 1:20, fourth grade, 10:15 to 10:45 is your magic half hour when you can come shop, and fifth grade, 12:55 to 1:25 each day, except on Friday, of course, when we close at 9 a.m. So those are the times that you can come and make your purchases. Same difference, you still get to come and shop, it's just we're going to try to do it in a little more concise way. See how it works, we're doing a little experiment, hopefully it'll work out. Now, book fair etiquette. Again, this is where you can show what a part of the pack you are. We have to keep the book fair neat and tidy. We can't just run through here in a whirlwind and leave everything where we want it to. If you pick a book up, you got to go put it back where you got it from. So we can't just have things kind of helter-skelter all over the place. We need to put things back where they belong. Shop quietly and leave others alone to shop. It's a walking zone only, no exceptions. Here's a biggie. Do not take things that you have not paid for. You know that things like this are just not right. It's just wrong to take something from a book fair that you haven't paid for. Because I use the money we make from the book fair to turn around and buy books for you so you can read. So if you take something from our book fair, technically you're stealing from our library. I didn't have any problems with it last year, and I'm hoping we won't have any problems with it this year. Please make sure you're being a part of the pack by not taking things you have not paid for. And please keep in mind, you can be asked to leave the book fair if you cannot follow these book fair etiquette and manner rules. Easy. It's how you behave in the library anyway. Just wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page. Now last, I wanted to tell you why we have a book fair. You might think, why do we have a book fair? I mean, why does Miss Lee do this every year where she turns our library into a gorgeous bookstore? Why? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, we like to hold book fairs because we want to get you excited about reading. There's nothing better than having a brand new book in your hands that you can't wait to open and read. So we want to encourage you to read by having new things for you to read at home. And another reason we do book fairs show off how many great books there are out there. Oh my gosh, there's so many books that are published every year. I can't keep them all in our library, but what I can do is bring our book fair to you so that you can see how many amazing books there are out there for you to read. Last one, book fairs raise money for your library. This is probably the biggest one for me. Although book fairs are a ton of work for me and Ms. Cochran, we love to hold them because it raises the money that we need to be able to purchase books, to give you new books to read in our library. So even though it's a lot of hard work, it's really worth it to us because we want to have new books for our library. So, I hope you're as excited about our book fair as I am. I'm going to share with you now a DVD about some of the books that are going to be featured at the book fair. There are some awesome books. I can't wait for you to see them. And this DVD is going to showcase some of those books to you so that you can get excited about the books that are going to be here at the book fair. After that, I have a little advertisement that I want you to make to take home and share with your parents so they get excited about the book fair too. I can't wait for it to be here. I wish it was tomorrow. Maybe if I close my eyes, it'll happen. See you later.